You don't forget things easily, but somehow you still feel lost. You overthink simple decisions, doubt your instincts, and replay moments no one else remembers. It's like your mind is always scanning for something: danger, rejection, failure. And no matter how far you've come, a quiet voice inside you whispers, "You're still not enough." At some point, the world gave this a name. Maybe they called you too sensitive, maybe overdramatic, maybe even broken. You were told you think too much, feel too deeply, react too strongly, and slowly, you started believing it, that your mind was wired wrong, that your emotions were a liability, not an asset. But what if that's not true? What if your mind didn't fail you? It adapted for you? What if the very traits you've been trying to suppress are actually the result of a brain that learned to survive in an unpredictable environment? Not broken, trained. Not weak, responsive. Your brain is shaped by experience. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on what it repeatedly encounters. When you grow up in environments where safety is uncertain, emotionally or physically, your brain prioritizes vigilance. The amygdala, your threat detector, becomes hyperactive. Your nervous system learns to stay alert, to anticipate, to prepare. You don't overthink because you're flawed. You overthink because your brain was taught that awareness equals survival. Think of your mind like a house built in a storm zone. While others built wide-open windows and relaxed foundations, your brain installed reinforced walls, alarm systems, and constant surveillance. It wasn't overbuilt, it was strategically engineered. The problem is now you're living in a safer world, with a system still calibrated for chaos. Here's the shift most people miss. In today's world, the very traits shaped by that early sensitivity, deep thinking, emotional awareness, pattern recognition, are now incredibly valuable. Leaders, creators, and innovators rely on the ability to read between the lines, anticipate outcomes, and understand human behavior. The same mind that once protected you can now elevate you. To harness this, you need a system. Call it the Recode framework. First, recognize your patterns without judgment. Observe how your mind reacts. Second, reinterpret those reactions as signals, not flaws. Third, redirect that energy into something constructive: analysis, creativity, problem solving. You're not trying to silence your brain. You're teaching it a new role. There was someone who spent years feeling exactly like you, constantly anxious, always second-guessing. They thought they were incapable of clarity. But instead of fighting their mind, they studied it. They started journaling their thoughts, mapping their patterns. Over time, that same hyper-awareness became insight. That same sensitivity became emotional intelligence. And for the first time, they didn't feel behind, they felt aligned. So maybe you were never too much. Maybe you were just misunderstood. A mind shaped by experience isn't a limitation. It's a blueprint. And now, you have the awareness to rebuild it with intention. If this resonated with you, I want to know, where are you watching from right now? Drop your city or country in the comments. And if you've ever felt like your mind works differently, leave an emoji so you're not alone here. And if you want to understand your mind on a deeper level, subscribe for more psychology that actually changes how you see yourself.